Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to react to a recent video from Sunkissed Mama. She talks about her stalking of Jesssfam, and I put it in air quotes because I know that she's going to probably try to discount what she did when she met Jesssfam, but we're going to react to it. I haven't seen this, so it's going to be an actual first time reaction. I haven't heard anything that she had to say. But we're going to get into it. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so this video has 14,000 views as of my recording of this reaction, and it says, finally addressing the stalker situation. It has 865 likes. Of course, dislikes are turned off now on YouTube, but it seems like she's getting some support in the comments just based on quickly scrolling through. So let's get into it. Her kids are shown a lot in this, so we're just going to get to the part where she actually addresses the situation, and we'll go from there.
All right, guys, we are home. It's such a fun day. By the look of this, I want to address some stuff with you guys. And you guys probably have been seeing a lot of things. And so that's going to bring me into addressing the stalker comment that I have been seeing a lot lately. And it wasn't really a thing until Jessica and I got COVID. We kind of went through a situation, and it was so unfortunate for everyone involved. And it was just so... I've never regretted anything more in my entire life, and I was already in such a fragile state. I was already going through so much on my own, and a human can only take so much. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm gonna catch you up to date with things that I've been dealing with in my life, because I think it's only fair. I share everything with you guys.
I always think it's really funny when influencers want to say how hard life is and how difficult things have been, especially when they want to bring up the fact that they might have had COVID or they've just been dealing with a lot because of the state that the world's in. I get it, don't get me wrong. Life can be difficult, but when you look at the life of an influencer versus probably what most of her subscribers live on a daily basis, it could not be more opposite. This is someone who has the luxury of staying at home, filming videos from the comfort of her own home and the safety of her own home. Let's not forget that, because when all of this kicked off, home was a safe place for each and every one of us. Those people who had to go out to the office, or they were doctors right on the front lines, doctors, nurses, medical assistants, they were on the front lines dealing with the, panini. I can't say the other word, or, YouTube hates me. So when you think about those people that were out on the front lines versus these influencers that were able to still make the same amount of money that they were making before, shilling out crap on Instagram, doing brand deals still, selling people stuff that they didn't need during a panini when people were getting evicted from their homes. They were having to fight this, virus that was going around. So much was unknown early on. So I understand part of it, but I also look at your situation versus what I'm sure 99% of your subscribers have dealt with up until this point. And I can't feel a lot of genuine sorrow for influencers that want to say, oh, things have been so hard the last couple of years. They've been hard, but let's also not forget that you, as a full-time influencer, are in a very privileged position to be able to make the same amount of money from your home.
I don't like to share the negative, untruthful. I show the negative. I show the hard times. I show the messy rooms. I show the sick days. I show it all. But I don't share things that are untruthful. If I discussed every rumor that was ever shared about me, I promise you I could make video after video after video. I have been told the nastiest things since I've started YouTube, though. This wasn't really...
Fair enough. I will agree with her that if you come out and address every single rumor that is said about you, you would be making a response video every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. So that I completely agree with her on. But if people are taking actual content and reacting to it, then that's what YouTube is. So to make it sound like someone reacting to things that she said or did is a rumor, is not fair to commentary channels that are just here to talk about things that influencers do.
Thing. I made it a thing in the very beginning. I wanted to make this comment from the very beginning. If you see any huge influencers together, you would never bat an eye to it. You think it is so amazing they're linking up. But because Jessica is like, has this much followers and I have this much, we're not allowed to coexist. Like, we're not allowed to be friends. It's one person using the other. Clickbait is YouTube, okay? I just want to throw that out there.
The reason so many people had an issue with what she did with Jesssfam was because she literally followed her around Hawaii until she located Jesssfam. We saw the video. I reacted to it. I'll link it down below if you have no idea what I'm talking about. It's pretty comical, so go take a look. But she literally was stalking Jesssfam's every move until she found out where Jesssfam was and surprised her. It was very, very weird.
And so for you saying that Jessica's only worth her name, to me is so shallow, and it's so... She's worth so much more than that. She is not just her name. She is a real person. I also did social media. So it wasn't like this weird like fangirl moment. It was more so I agreed and aligned with every value she had as a mom. I've been watching her on YouTube and I just really feel like I knew her. Just like you guys probably feel like you know me. And I just knew that.
That's called having an unhealthy parasocial relationship with someone. Just because you watch someone every single day, I don't care if you watch them every single day for 5 years straight, you do not know who that person really is. There is no way. There's even these influencers that seem like they're so relatable and transparent and everything. You don't know everything about that influencer. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but it's just the truth. And if you do watch them every day and you feel like you know them enough to follow them around Hawaii when they're there on vacation with their family and their children, then you, ma'am, have built a very scary parasocial relationship with this YouTuber. I don't care if you do YouTube too. Just because you have a channel and you're online, that doesn't mean that you can't build parasocial relationships with other YouTubers. It's not just subscribers or people who don't have channels.
She would be someone I want to hang out with in life. And when she met me, she knew nothing about me. And she just said that my energy also matched that same feeling. And we just became friends. And it flourished from there.
What kind of energy was that? You guys like to exploit your kids for views on YouTube? Is that the energy that was matching?
So I'm from a very small island. You literally know every corner of that island, every second, every stop. I knew she was coming to Hawaii and I wanted to meet her. I just wanted to say hi to her. And it was also to make a really good video, like finding another influencers. Influencers connect. That is just what you do. You just connect. All YouTubers on the internet meet up. I just saw a whole bunch of TikTokers, these girls that all flew together to come and meet up. All influencers are best friends with other influencers and they meet up all the time. If Jessica goes and meets someone that matches her followers, people think it's normal. But for some reason with me, I'm not allowed.
Yes, they do meet up and they do connect, but it's usually planned. It's not one person following the other through Instagram or Snapchat stories. It's because they talk in DMs or they talk on the phone and say, hey, we're going to go do a meetup here. Let's go have lunch or whatever. And everyone's in on it. Jessica had no idea that you were following her Instagram stories and it came off as very creepy and weird. That's why people were raising red flags. It's because it was weird.
To do that. She said she was in Hawaii and I wanted to come and meet her.
It's because both parties were not in on it. What does she not understand? Does she have like zero self-awareness? I'm starting to think that that's probably the answer here, because you cannot look at a situation and say, oh, well, influencers meet up all the time and compare that to following someone around through social media. They have no clue that you're watching their every move. Those are complete opposite ways to meet up.
And I went to two places. And on the second place, within 1 minute, she walked up. And I had no idea that she would even be there. Like, it honestly was such a weird coincidence. It was like we were meant to see each other. Like, it was so meant to be. It's not even funny.
It was so meant to be. I beg to differ.
YouTube works by putting crazy things in the titles. That is the only way you click on the video. And I put on the video, stalker. I named myself Stalker. That was me. And at the time, it was funny. She thought it was clever. We talk about it and she was like, I love that. It was so funny. It was so great. And no one batted an eye to it until recently. In October when we got COVID, we went through some stuff and there's this creepy dude that makes creepy videos following our every move, writes me on all my platforms. He brought that stalker video to life and now I see that stalker comment everywhere.
She's talking about Dad Challenge podcast, and I obviously don't support him, his message. We know where I stand with him. But at the same time, it's public content. Now, if we're talking about, the whole going real life thing and digging for info, that's never okay. But you put a video out, people are going to have opinions about it. Do I agree with the words that he uses when he describes people? No, I don't. And that's why I've made my stance very clear. But you can't put a video out and expect people to just stay silent about it.
And it's so taken out of context, and it's been twisted and manipulated into the weirdest thing that it's not it. And I kind of played into it. I did make a TikTok calling myself a stalker again. But I just want to let you guys know that when you call me a stalker, I created that for myself. I literally called me that because I thought it was so funny.
So she's upset that she's being called a stalker, but she called herself a stalker, and she showed exactly what she did to find Jesssfam. People thought that it was creepy and weird, and they shared their opinions about it. And now you're upset.
But it really was so crazy how we actually met. I wanted to just meet her and never see her again. Like, I didn't think we would actually become friends. She ends up finding me, following me, watching all of my videos. And I did not push this at all.
She probably felt bad because you had spent half your day following her around her on her family vacation. She probably felt like you didn't have any friends and wanted to watch your videos to support.
To have been like a mutual thing. I never once hid that I adored her in every single way. But yeah, that is where the stalker situation came from. And I felt like it was fair for you guys to know. And now that you know, you can make your judgment however you want. All right, well, that is officially it for today's video. I'm actually gonna go watch Sing 2 with my kids. It is what it is. I love you guys so much. I appreciate everyone's love and support. And I know that most of you guys watching this really do care and love on my family hard. You have every day to make your space a happy one. Every day you have that opportunity.
You should never feel like you love an influencer vlogging family. If you feel like you have genuine love, you are deeply obsessed with this family's every move, I would recommend maybe taking a break and trying to figure out why you are so deeply obsessed with a family that does not know that you exist, nor do they care. They care about you watching their videos, but outside of that, these influencers don't care. They don't genuinely care because most of them don't talk to their subscribers. Now, I know that there are, a few situations where YouTubers will talk to some of their subscribers offline, but most of these big influencers, they don't answer DMs. They don't respond to comments. They don't reply to emails. They don't care. And that's just the way that it is.
To just change your life. And if you believe positive things, you watch positive things, you eat, sleep, and breathe positivity, it will reflect. You'll have a happy mind, a happy life, a happy space. And that's all I want to share with you guys here. If you could take anything from me, it's just be positive. I'm not saying that negative things don't happen to you. It's just your perspective. How do you look at a situation?
I want to read a couple of the comments that she got on this video. The first one says, "You were trying to find Jessica." And that's exactly what we saw in the video. I don't understand how this is somehow it's being manipulated into, oh, you guys saw something that didn't really happen. We saw exactly what she did, and that's why it was a problem. If influencers meeting up was what happened, nobody will be talking about this. Someone else said, "I think it's funny that people who say they don't like drama or do drama are constantly entertaining it, but whatever. Adults acting like children. Do better, be better." People are calling her clever. They're calling her funny for what she did with Jesssfam. I don't think that it's either of those things. I think that it was alarming, the clear parasocial relationship that she had built with Jesssfam, and the fact that she was like stalking out her prey. And I that might sound dramatic, but she went to buy freaking desserts, and she was like fully prepared, following Jess on social media, and it came off as obsessed, weird, and alarming. I think that Jesssfam did her best because she was caught off guard. I said that in my other video too. I think that she did her best. I think that she was being overly friendly and welcoming because she was surprised, and she also knew that it was being recorded. That's the other thing. Influencers know how to turn it on when the camera's on. And that's exactly what she did. She turned it on. She was happy. She was approachable. She was laughing and, all of this because she knew that this footage would end up on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, some form of social media. This was going to be leaked. So she better be nice to this girl, because if she was mean or unapproachable, it would have blown up in her face and it would have been very bad. So aside from a few negative comments, she did get a ton of positive attention and, reinforcement that she did something really fantastic by following Jesssfam around, which I think is kind of weird. There are a few people that are definitely not a fan of Josh either, and I can't blame them. At this point, like I said, some of us took a little bit longer to come to the conclusion that we've come to, but it's all good. If nobody came to that conclusion, that's okay too. But I came to the conclusion, I voiced my conclusion, and that's how I feel, and I don't support him, and I do think that he is a misogynist bully who is a massive hypocrite that used to say, oh, family vloggers, all they do is, full-time YouTube vlog your family. I would never do that. And now, sure enough, money got the best of him, and he's sitting in his, dark basement dragging women every single day because YouTube is paying him. So unfortunately, he has attracted a group of really nasty, vile people who fully egg on his behavior. I'm not talking about the normal subscribers that just watch periodically. I'm talking about the ones that really egg him on and send him stuff to, get him going, because they know that that's the reaction that he'll have. So that's going to be it for this little video. Sunkissed Mama does have another video that I'm going to react to, but I am going to make it its own video. So if you're interested in that, she talks about family vlogging. If you're interested, go ahead and subscribe. That will probably be up after this one. But either way, for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.